You check it out, shoot a visual. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. You feel me?
Okay, now we're gonna talk about like this transition that you had just in life from being regular old Daniel to being YCC Boom. You feel me? You went from trapping or whatever you was doing, that hustling at 15, and you lost your passion for music. How did you find that passion back?
I wouldn't say I lost my passion. I would just say like I was distracted. Okay. I had just got distracted along the way. You know, getting into the street just easily to get distracted. You know what I'm saying? Hoes, nigga get distracted by hoes, nigga get distracted by this money. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, you know.
What you see, your environment?
Yeah, my environment, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of everything played a part.
So how did you rekindle that flame? Was it the success you was having in your hustle and you just had enough time to go sit in the studio to just make some, or was it you really felt like you needed to put something out?
You saying like when I first started, or this time like when I just got out?
Nah, when you first started, like when y'all started the YCC or whenever that rapping started coming up and you started getting, you know, your little popularity from that.
I mean, I ain't never acknowledged the popularity. I just always like, I always felt like I wanted to say something, and I wanted people to hear what I had to say, and I know music was like one of the main ways I can do that. So that's what that was for me. Around the time I had something to say, and I had did the track with Slater Mobile. It was Down by That Fire, and everybody was fucking with it because around the time, you know, the city was up, niggas was dying for real, like,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
So was that like your first song that you recorded when you started back recording, or was that just the first song to pop?
I want to say, yeah, you could say pop, you know.
First song to kind of pop.
Yeah. First song to kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
Cause I ain't gonna lie, that's the first one that I heard that knew, like, when I knew they was like, damn, you rapping. I was like, for real? And I heard that, and I was like, damn, that nigga really doing something.
Yeah. And
so
ever since then, shit just been like, you know.
So you make that song, you still hustling in the streets, you got your thing going on. Like, when did the situation with YCC come about?
I mean, what you mean, like, situation with YCC?
I mean, you solo artist first, or did you start as a group?
I mean, we started as I ain't gonna say group, we started as like homeboys.
Right, just rapping together.
Yeah, that's my homeboy, that's my brother. We was telling the story together.
Okay.
We was trying to accomplish a mission together, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's really what we was on. Okay. We had things in common, and there was so much in common that we did it together majority of the time, that's all.
Okay. So, but can you talk about the success at that time? Cause y'all was killing it. Y'all like y'all.
I mean, you gotta think like we was you know what I'm saying? We was 19, 18 years old. We was like first niggas in the city to drop ice. Right. I take that back. We was the first young niggas to drop ice because you got to pay homage. See, that's what's wrong with a lot of people. They always try to say they're the first people to do shit.
Right.
We weren't the first niggas. We was the first young niggas to do it. Niggas from Uptown had already did that shit. But we was the first young niggas to do it, making a long short story. And niggas ain't never seen that before. And we did that shit. We treated that shit like it wasn't nothing. Because, you know what I'm saying? That shit to this day, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing. But, yeah.
Okay. So, I just want to talk about, like, at the height of y'all success, just at the height of y'all just doing y'all thing, like, what was it like at that time? Was y'all you know, feeling real good? Y'all had a lot going on. Y'all seem to be living the lavish lifestyle.
I mean, you know, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, man, that shit was a hell of an experience. We was living. Like, I was still analyzing the whole situation because the new shit we had started witnessing, you feel me? That we knew, like, the average people our age, they weren't doing. And I know they weren't doing, you know what I'm saying? And we were just really, like, embracing that the best way we can, trying to stay humble with it and trying to, you know what I'm saying? And trying to survive. That's all it was. We was just trying to, like, survive and shit. And really, we was trying to go. We was trying to go. Trying to leave the city.
All right, now can you just talk about, like, your fans at that time, just the love y'all received, and then the influence you had on the city overall? Because y'all really started a trend for young people getting this money and putting out videos, trying to do something for themselves in that manner.
Yeah. I mean, as far as like the trend, we set. A lot of people tell me, like, I have yet to say we set the trend. You know what I'm saying? People have told me that. You know what I'm saying? They tell people I'll be with it. And like I said, my response to that is, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, maybe we did influence. But like I said, still with others who did it before us, we were the first ones to probably do it, like in the city at a real young age. And niggas was scared to wear like skinnies and shit like that, you know. And you know, like we put them bitches on cause we don't give a fuck what nobody think about us, and we ain't never give a fuck what nobody think about us. So we started doing shit niggas was scared to do. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, niggas was looking down on that shit as if it was like, you know what I'm saying, like as if they had no interest in it. But I see, like, when I feel the same niggas who showed no interest, it was what they wanted to do the whole time.
Because
they just needed room to do it, you know what I'm saying? And they didn't want to feel like they were probably stepping on your toes or, you know, things like that. But, I mean, man, you can read between the lines, you know what's going on. You see the influence is real. Niggas wasn't rapping. You had a few niggas rapping. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas that I remember was rapping that I know was young. So niggas like CJ, you know what I'm saying? He was doing little shit, Thugger, you know what I'm saying? Niggas like that. But fuck all that though. I don't even want to talk. Fuck them. I don't want to talk about them niggas rapping. Fuck them. On to the next one, come on.
Alright, but okay, but can you just talk about the love you received at that time? Cause you know everybody don't get love in the city. Like when they start rapping, y'all received a lot of love. Like I ain't gonna lie, one of my first time, like, you know, I lived in Virginia for a minute, so when I came down here, y'all was already kind of doing y'all thing, but I didn't know how big it was. And I went to a little teen club or whatever, and they played one of y'all songs, and the whole club singing every song. Like, so just talk about that love y'all received from the city at that time.
I mean, like, one thing about my city, like, you randomly get love, like, in a group. Like, they'll rarely support you in a group, but, you know, individually, they all gonna bump your shit. They all gonna listen to your shit and what you got to say. So you really never witness the love unless somebody call your phone and be like, hey, bro, that shit you doing hard as fuck. I just wanna let you know. That shit motivate me and shit like that. Like, a nigga called me this morning with that. And that's the only time you really hear it. So when I hear from people that I grew up with and I feel know me best, when I hear those good things they say about me from them, then opinions from others don't even matter. I don't give a fuck about what a nigga think, what a hoe think. I don't care nothing about them. When they tell me that, people who know me and I know love me tell me I'm doing good, I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Okay. All right, so now y'all 18, 19, y'all hustling, doing your thing, y'all the hottest rappers in the city by far. What was your goals and intent during that time? Like, did you see yourself moving out the city? You thought you was, what was your plans at that time?
I saw myself, at the time, building the foundation. I saw myself like expanding, like I was trying to get everybody around me some money. My mama, my sister, like I was trying to think of ways how everybody can make money, but I knew that I knew how to rap, so I knew rap would be a platform. So I felt like this shit like playing a lottery. Like you go in the store, you buy a ticket every day for $1. You don't never know, you might hit, but you taking the chance every day at millions of dollars. And I treat that as like when I make a song. If I do a song a day, or you know, it's just like playing the lottery. You never know. That's something.
So how serious was you taking the music at the time? Like,
I mean, I had music serious in my heart, but you know what I'm saying, I wasn't really like taking it as serious as far as like being in the studio like I should. I was more like in the streets, being in the streets and doing street shit. You know what I'm saying?